You'll never find, long as you live, someone is dedicated to the flows predicated on the prose and poetry, showing the apex, controlling tape decks. No one will take bets against this. Won't make this great reputation for the recitation of straight sets of 8/16s, or better yet, latex in any measuring veteran. Professional raw, there's no guessing the doubt, son. Any session where I'm controlling the outcome, I outrun these no-flow rappers, leaving them outdone. The route's on, any competition is out, gone, obliterated, eliminated, incinerated, insinuated themselves in my world and left intimidated. Bitch, little cats, switch syllables and raps, wearing silly little hats, bringing rich little raps, imitating greats and reiterating past lessons, leaving false impressions like gold fronts, but stressing the suggestion that they're blessing you with 32 lines. It's all one note, gun quotes, wasting time in haste to find ways to climb. They decline. It pays to take time. Good rhymes are hard to find. Hard to find. I blend electronics with phonics, technologically supporting my first draft. The first half's the work, that's the pure craft. Creatively attack all the barriers that seem to be in my path, so I don't have to swallow everything that feeds me. Take the landscape for granted and miss the scenery. Too many people seem to get lost in the machinery. The technology should be the backbone. The best policy is that the brain behind the beast creates the prodigy, providing the means to make it through the hour of doubt. The clock won't stop just because the power goes out. We need the resources to be forces to see lives thrive and survive. You have to have it inside, not on your C drive. Your brain's where the info lies. Cause even when you think you're getting down with the program, you still need to improvise. That's why I take time to make a great mind. When I lay rhymes to tape, good beats are hard to find. Hard to find. I'm here for infinity, known for dominating the vicinity. If religion is rap, I'm getting closer to divinity. It's Cadence, Cadence. When they asked who ripped it on this mix, y'all better mention me. Essentially, I'm speaking sensibly. My words are quintessentially representing the work of art that hip-hop music's meant to be. While most MCs potentially come back to just eventually talking big, but begging for approval in parentheses. I'm bending these breaks, blending lyrics with instrumentation, stating the facts to make it keep rotating the wax. And as the phrase turns, my major motivation on tracks is reaching out to offer something that the listener lacks. So if you're hearing me, this rhyme is dedicated to you. Straight from Cadence, Raw Produce is the name of the crew. From Massachusetts, reaching out to everywhere to try to unite us. Peace to DC, NYC, and the firefighters like that. Has a friend you never see till he meets you. To bail him out of the hole, this is the type that leads you. The question of validity of people's distress. Is it legitimate shit or simply nothing but mess? These are the type to take the easy road, the type to freeload, the type that you thought you could trust until you broke the real code. Then you saw a man that had no shame, but running the game on his mother or brother, cause to him it was all the same. He's into living off the fat of the land. You can stand to tell a lie to a friend, turn and shake your hand, cause he's all about the take back. He'll never get back your friendship payback. He shouldn't have to take that. Yeah, that's the way he plays off your generosity. And then he's out here to high velocity, and you won't see him again till he falls flat. That's when he crawls back. Now what do you call that? Simply a facet of the nature of the faker, out to get what he can get, cause he's nothing but a taker.
different kinds of takers, and many ways the takers take it for a ride. They try to hide from the consequences for their actions. The satisfaction is in gaining people's trust and not get busted for infractions you committed cause you didn't see the value of friendship. If they put the value on the one who would lynch it. So many takers never take material things, so they take you for a fool because you treat them like kings. So they lay back, they leave you waiting for the payback. But you can never ask cause after all you go way back. You run deep, so when the price gets steep, you better take her out without a doubt to show that you're not cheap. Not always money, but it's funny how high the cost can get because you let them know that you're the type of guy they can depend on to defend a friend until they'll send on the message that you want to hear. Clearly they intend on reciprocating. If you believe that you'll be waiting for a long time, and when the time comes it's the wrong time, you wouldn't want to be demanded. You lend a hand and now you're handing out a reprimand. You feel as though you're branding yourself with a bad mark, but then it sparks you off because you tried to be a friend and in the end you lost out because you didn't doubt the taker's intentions. Not to mention that you built intention. It's the invention of the taker cause he's taking your confidence. It gives him pleasure, that's the measure of his competence. The taker took your trust and must have been a game you didn't know how to play. But anyway, you gotta pay no matter what you say. They take your money and your strength and go blank and leave you flat broke with no hope cause you can't cope cause they can always manage to break you. Fake out with it, you know it or not, you've been the target of a taker. Keepers, losers, weepers, but taker rakes it all in. Shovels the shit, then has a cushion to fall in. No job, cause workman's comp was a gift that was heaven sent. Bit his lip when he was rapping, now he's living off the government. The occupational hazard that comes to one that's smart enough to run a game that's dumb enough not to run away is a proliferation of people that don't play the same way. Cause now the game's old and it doesn't pay. So now the taker's gotta pack up all that he racks up, go underground until it's safer to come back up. And then he's back to show how much he's changed. He's a new man because the game plan is rearranged. A new routine, a new scheme, a new tactic, a tic-tac-toe game. The taker's back with a mind to find a way to get some ends. But he's rusty so he needs a little practice on old friends. Before he tries to take the show on the road, he needs some capital with no collateral. So your road is where he's coming to, running you a line about hard times, trying to find a way to cut the line instead of save a dime. Time to tell the taker that it's time to take a walk. You're tired of the taker taking, making flaky fake double talk deals that ain't real. So now you know how I feel. Time to tell the taker, time to take a chill.
I'm not invincible, still I see myself as a man of principle, living reality with my connection to morality. Around another T and its mortality, still I embrace it. Life is for living, that's the only thing that's sacred. But I'm facing daily visions of suffering and division. People living in misery because of how they practice religion, trying to hurt you. And if not, trying to convert you like you have to believe what they believe to live according to virtue. Search your mind for a minute and try to help me understand. If I don't practice religion, does that make me less of a man? I'm still dependable, I still see right and wrong, and I surrender the values I hold. So does God find me expendable? I watch the wars unfold, fought for division and thought, based on allegorical stories with the same values as taught. It's all degrees of thou shalt not. So if the verdict is to kill to defend your faith, it means you must have misinterpreted. And if you serve God, you don't have to live like a slave, and you don't have to kill somebody just to prove that you're saved, and you don't have to save me, so take my name off the list. And we don't have to agree, but we can still coexist. And there's a whole wide world full of life to live, and love that people live for the right to give. If you believe in God, then you shouldn't have to ask if the fact is killing for religion is malpractice. Whether you read your daily papers, Quran, Torah, or Bible, the survival of faith is liable to make you the rival of the non-believing people you see as damned on arrival. There's nothing in life you're guaranteed to see the same as I. Well, that's diversity, freedom of thought. That's how my life is. If that principle is wrong, then I don't want to be righteous. Man, I might just have to fight this holy war. My declaration states it like this: I call for separation of the church in my state of mind. Destruction on salvation, you can pray for mine, but I don't need instructions, so you might as well just save your time. I live with love and value life, and I deplore the lies. It's like religion only, I don't need to organize. When living for your Lord begins to look more like the Lord of Flies and death lies in its wake, I think it's time you reprioritize. But notice I'm not trying to tell you how you should be. Go ahead and practice what you preach, but just don't practice on me. And if you serve God, you don't have to live like a slave, and you don't have to kill somebody just to prove that you're saved, and you don't have to save me, so take my name off your list. And we don't have to agree, but we can still coexist. And there's a whole wide world full of life to live. And love that people live for the right to give. If you believe in God, then you shouldn't have to ask if the fact is killing for religion is malpractice. Blowing secondhand smoke, trying to provoke me, but I can see through what you're trying to do. So let me take a second, clear the air so it doesn't choke me, and then we'll both be able to see what we're going through. Blowing secondhand smoke, trying to provoke me, but I can see through what you're trying to do. So let me take a second, clear the air so it doesn't choke me, and then we'll both be able to see. I'm coming up, in the end there'll be time for summing up. In the meantime, the only tally that I'm running up is airtime. It's spare time coming hot off the press, and lets the wax melt. I don't have the time for distress. You get respect if it's due, you get neglect if you're through. But you're mistaken if you think I'm taking time to diss you. The only breath that I have is circulating through my lungs. I exhale the hip-hop. So if your ego got stung, I'm not the stinger. You wanna be the sad song singer, you can go your own way. I'm going mine, don't linger in my path, trying to stop me cause it only wastes time. Blowing secondhand smoke just diffuses the shine. That's you and me and crews of people getting lost in the clouds from the third party gossip. And 3 is a crowd. I only speak the positive, so don't deposit my words. And if it wasn't on my record, you can fuck what you heard. Blowing secondhand smoke, trying to provoke me, but I can see through what you're trying to do. So let me take a second, clear the air so it doesn't choke me, and then we'll both be able to see what we're going through. Blowing secondhand smoke, trying to provoke me, but I can see through what you're trying to do. So let me take a second, clear the air so it doesn't choke me, and then we'll both be able to see what we're going through. The secondhand smoke can come from a gun sometimes. I can't see how it can't result when someone runs some lines, but somehow it makes sense to the dense. 10th time chalk lines are drawn, but they live in way past tense. Sometimes I think the grapevine has a mind of its own, so the secondhand stands where a mind gets blown. But if a second thought doesn't bring respect for health, it's time to use the second hand to turn the gun on yourself. Instead of aiming at your neighbors, check your behavior and do the world a favor, cause we don't need you, so why should we save you? Pursue the papers, but what does it get you? If it only takes 60 ticks of the second hand to forget you, your reputation for playing hard isn't fooling me. And that's the reason nobody's working hard on your eulogy, cause when you provoke, you blow the smoke that can wreck a man. This time you caught the reprimand from the second hand. Blowing second hand smoke, trying to provoke me, but I can see through what you're trying to do. So let me take a second, clear the air so it doesn't choke me, and then we'll both be able to see what we're going through. Blowing second hand smoke, trying to provoke me, but I can see through what you're trying to do. So let me take a second, clear the air so it doesn't choke me, and then we'll both be able to see. Yo, Infiniti, you think they're ready for the phrase turn a cadence to rock the spot? Show the way the raw produce rocks this shit from off the top? Well, if you do, then play any beat behind me at any tempo. It's that simple for me to rip an instrumental. And when I do, my plan is to make an example out of MCs and show them what they have not is what I have got. So if you heard me on I Am Myself, you're about to hear the way the cadence rocks a jam myself. And if you heard me in the past making the mark and telling other MCs about the state of the art, then what you're hearing now is the return of the raw. It's Cadence coming back, I'll bat you like I've done it before. And other MCs in the place that said that they could come close to me, I guess they didn't listen like they were supposed to be, because I've chosen the words that I'm saying carefully. So there's no way I could be anything but prepared to be setting the standard, meeting demands with every stanza when I'm rocking the crowd. I got them screaming it loud, they're calling CA, the D, the NCE. My message to the other MCs is you can't be me. So I guess if you aspire to the sound of the flows, you're gonna have to press rewind and learn the way that it goes. It's like that. And defining ways of combining life and rhyming, and I've been mining all the clouds for the silver lining, and I'm in the prime climbing the time splintered off in the soft recesses. My brain stresses messages to primary assault, powered by battery of pessimists guessing this is secondary strategy. I never tangle the wrong joints with the right angle. With newfangled lyricism lacks rhythm, I strangle mics, wrangle words, hang with the best of my controllers, the forefathers, the ones that won the right to hold the crowd at attention. I'm proud that I'm inching closer to the goals I set. Don't care where you think I'm supposed to get. I set ways for the X-rays of the next phrase to get plays before they get out of cassette phase. Bring the Y to the present like an ING, because before the mastering I must display the mastery. At last I see how it has to be, how the die was cast for me. I feel the heat because the torch is passed to me. It's no catastrophe, success follows the best laid plans. A self-made man, cause I'm not afraid to take a chance. Take a chance. Whatever you live, take a chance. Take a chance. Whatever you live, take a chance. Take a chance. Whatever you live, take a chance. Whatever you live. One man, one stanza, one or two, one to win and one to lose. Sometimes I wonder when inspiration will come again, but then I'm struck, structure erupts, the buck stops, rushes the rough spots. I lose touch with what stops me from designing to dominate. Challenge and find my balance intact, stacks up, cause I'm innately talented, while shallow kids are plumbing the depths. I'm running checks for who's gone wrong by claiming that they're coming correct. Under the next step of the phrase, turning them into it. And I'm under the impression many are under the influence, but the lead pencil is what I find influential. The habits got me, I gravitate to it, nothing can stop me. The test drives, the best lives to get wise, so let's rise. Open your eyes and just enjoy the view. The new joint contains the viewpoint, rhymes with opinions, and I'm taking a stance, even if it means taking a chance. Take a chance. Whatever you live, take a chance. Take a chance. Whatever you live, take a chance. Take a chance. Whatever you live, wherever you are. I bring a chance. Mics reduce the sentence to time served, observing laws and principle, bringing you instrumentals in my words. In incremental doses, I show this a foot at a time. Force of intercontinental proportions put in my rhymes. I'm externalizing eternal thought when I step in the booth. The proof is more than the kernel, cause this is general truth. It's contemplation on a plate, statements are complicated. I'm obligated to propagate it properly and not approximate it. I stated gracefully, the phrase painted a picture with words. When poetry occurs to me, the burden's hurt in certain passages. Grasp for this craft and try to master this. So after this, my record won't appear next to an asterisk, cause that's the risk of passing time like time's past. The last time's rhymes, the last time's rhymes. Last time's rhymes last and past prime on that rhyme shine. So I'm advancing the hands of rewards and ransom hands and praise bubbles like waters dancing, not enhancing the facts. Laying hands on the flat black platter. Select the track and travel through bands of the wax at land's end. I glance at the Atlantic, never forsake it, and send a message back about another chance. Take it. Take a chance. Whatever you live, wherever you are. Take a chance. Whatever you live, wherever you are. Take a chance. Whatever you live.